Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching episode 4 of Generation Kill. What'd you think of the last episode?
I mean, this was very frustrating.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to kind of see a little bit of both sides of why these decisions are being made. Some of them seem like not great ideas.
No, there's definitely some stupid people. There's some, at first glance, frustrating decisions, but then you learn a little bit more. You know, we kind of got a little bit with Godfather, kind of going back and forth with how you kind of feel about his decision making, as well as, I forget his name, but the Marine who's always, you know, bashing people for the mustaches and stuff.
Yeah.
Which then, you know, the carelessness led to losing a helmet.
Right.
So you start to realize, okay, like it kind of makes a little bit more sense to nitpick the small things if it can avoid the bigger things.
Right.
I also saw some comments talking about, I don't know if they're referring to the same individual, but giving the Marines a common enemy, understanding that the situation that they're in is very frustrating and difficult. So if they have someone to kind of channel that anger towards, it doesn't spread. They can all focus on one person to hate.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good point.
So I don't know if that's true or not, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah, and I mean, they obviously already have a common enemy, being in war.
Right.
But having to not fight amongst each other.
Especially with how much downtime there seems to be, which I think this series really goes into, is just the kind of daily activity that not much goes on, quite a lot.
Right, yeah, it's a lot of sitting and waiting and then suddenly go.
Right. So last episode I think was my favorite so far, even though it was very frustrating. So I'm definitely looking forward to kind of see how it continues from there.
Yeah, me too.
If you'd like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you'd like to interact with us on our Instagrams, Twitch, or Twitter, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the episode.
Hey Brad, working those deltoids. That's good.
What is all that?
You
You need a friend?
feel like you need to be like a full-on mechanic.
Oh yeah, for sure. You need to know this Humvee inside and out.
We get the Iceman seriously tweaking out on us. Best fucking team leader in the battalion. No offense. Accidentally on purpose tries to waste a Haji. So fucking what? It's war, dog. All I heard about was his reputation back in Afghanistan.
Can't really control how things affect you.
Brought some water if you want me to fill up your camelbacks. Figured I'd save you a trip over to H&S.
Oh man, he's on the outs for everyone.
Yeah.
No thanks, James.
James.
Buy his way out of shooting those kids by getting us a drink of water.
It's all that damn gangster rap in those video games that are desensitizing today's youth to violence.
Yeah.
Captain America's gone, dog. You see that look in his eyes?
Italians on his ass because he did the right thing and stood up to Encino, man.
Jeez, they're falling apart.
Maybe Brad's got the right idea hiding underneath his Humvee.
Kind of commander who's not only tough and aggressive, but who also cares. I want to hear exactly what your concerns are.
That you suck.
Don't do it.
Corporal Halsey,
This is a
is
trap.
there anything on your mind?
Yeah.
The 1st Reconnaissance Battalion colors, proudly carried into battle since Vietnam, are reported missing.
Wow.
Baptist, how are you doing?
Baptista?
Entende, see?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Nah. I'm all squared away, sir.
Yeah, probably has the most to say.
I'd like to know what you're thinking.
I don't think so, sir.
Doc, this is your chance to get a little something off your chest.
Ooh. This is gonna be
Sir,
bad.
it's just that you're incompetent, sir.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
You asked for
I'm
it.
doing the best I can.
Sir, it's not good enough.
Double down. I feel like that's gonna come back around. It has to.
He's super important though. You can't really mess with him too much. Keeps all your men alive.
You'll be happy to know the men and I here were attempting to unfuck the comms.
You're endangering us. You're not calling your targets. The AKs sound like enemy fire. You fire an AK one more time, I'll fuck you up.
Whoa.
Captain was helping us unfuck our comms. Roger, stand by. Thank you, sir.
Holy shit.
I can't have people questioning the orders of a superior officer. This war isn't going well for us. And the general feels we're killing far too many civilians.
Any expectation of resupply?
Zero.
Great.
The loss of those colors, Mando takes full responsibility for it.
This is...
There's so much tension.
It's interesting because so many people are getting stuff off their chest. Some people are taking responsibility for errors, but it doesn't really feel any better.
Whatever happens between Captain Schwetchy and myself is none of your fucking business.
Sounded like they were gonna say they were gonna back him.
Yeah.
LT doesn't want this thing to mess with the platoon, and he sure as hell doesn't want anybody taking sides for or against.
Just drop it and move on.
The shit's on Lieutenant. He wants it to stay that way.
Yeah, he wants all the heat on himself.
What the fuck's he digging out there for?
I have no idea, Corporal.
You snap?
Combat jack. Captain feels the need to entrench in a solitary position before letting one fly.
Just trying to go poop? Oh. Wow. He's burying all the AKs.
Bitch, everything I say you hear backwards.
He doesn't look well.
No.
They're moving. At least I think they're moving. They're too far away to laze. What do you think?
They are moving.
But are they coming closer to you?
They're getting closer, I think.
Get me a radio. Possible armor on the move. 15 clicks due east of our position.
Would they be moving with light? They're not really stealthy if they have all their lights on.
Very true.
Hey, where's Brad? Jesus fucking Christ, Walt. Are you serious? My first combat jack. Alpha counted 140 T-72s headed our way.
Oh man. Everyone just seems off. And the combat jack is jacking off. I thought it was pooping.
Have the thermals?
Yeah, got him right here, though.
We'll warm them the fuck up and use them. Why the fuck are you two standing around with your dicks in your hands?
You kinda back?
Nice man's back.
Find a reporter, Tromley. Little Miss Rolling Stone gets run over by an Iraqi tank. Race band will make the cover.
Race band won't make the cover?
24 hours ahead of the next nearest Marine. I like the plan, Brad. It works for me.
It's a town.
Oh my god.
It definitely looked like it was moving.
Autokinesis. You're seeing the involuntary muscle movements of your own eyes.
Whoa. You have autokinesis. Everyone back to bed.
30, 40 clicks out there at least. How far out did Alpha call this?
15 clicks.
Oh my god. They're way off.
No armor?
Well, they called it in halfway through.
Christ, dude.
Whoa.
11,000 pounds of bombs.
Jeez.
The LT's really freaking. Needs us to find something we hit.
We could have been overrun. Fuck you. Let's give the LT a tank.
What?
Yeah, we've covered 3 grid squares. We have nothing.
Oh.
Get some ESP and X games.
I thought they were actually going to call it in and be like, yeah, we got a bunch of tanks. Good thing they were too stupid and called in that airstrike not on that town.
Oh, I know. Those craters were ridiculous.
Dude, what do you think they're saying?
My big American friends are going to fuck you up if you don't show us some blown-up tanks.
Fireballs last night were fucking wicked, dude. You Americans have killed a lot of sand.
Killed a lot of sand?
He's afraid. We're going to bomb his village tonight. Anybody hungry?
I mean, they are low on food.
By inconclusive, do you mean to say that you have found no destroyed Iraqi armor?
At this time, not specifically, over.
Assassin 2, have you found any destroyed targets, military or civilian? Over.
Nothing.
Turned a lot of dirt. Over.
Roger that.
They bombed the hell out of some dirt. That's about it.
They didn't destroy any villages, though, either. Guess that sort of goes in the win column, right?
It's true, they didn't fuck up that much, so,
Yeah.
So it is a win.
Christ lover at my 9.
Coming this way?
To kill a whole bunch more of these godless heathens for you. Yeah.
Just keeps brushing his teeth.
Can I?
It's not for everyone, but it's for some.
It's one in every crowd.
One more layer of bureaucracy and unnecessary logistics. The motherfucker doesn't even carry a weapon. God, even Rolling Stone picks up a gun, but this fucking shill of God. Make-believe bullshit.
Oh no. Now Brad's just pissed off God. I mean, I seen him punishing his unit during a screening of Pocahontas at Matilda.
I like Pocahontas.
The genocide of my people's turned into a cartoon musical with a singing raccoon?
Grandfather killed Indians up in Michigan for money.
Why would you say that?
Most white motherfuckers that talk about their people, they say they got a Native American ancestor, tend to be down with me, but here you are, coming the other way.
Did you respect that?
White? You talk like you're black. Most of your friends are fucking white. Is it just your whatever race happens to be cool at the moment?
You got a point, dog.
What the fuck does any of this have to do with jerking off?
The conversation definitely shifted.
I know you're angry that the supply truck was burned and you don't have that food to eat. The enemy burned the supply truck. They took your food from you. That's the important thing to remember. And you should be really, really mad at them.
Doing his best to twist it.
The enemy. Thank you, sir.
He probably thought he crushed that motivational speech.
I agree.
Why is our sister company moving in the opposite direction?
I don't think they're supposed to be going two different ways.
We'll never take a recon Marine alive.
Hoorah, sir.
I have confirmation that Alpha has been detached for a different mission. Break.
Huh.
Captured Marine was executed in the city center. Break.
Ooh.
Affirmative, captured Marine was
Crucified. Over.
That's affirmative. Over.
Ooh, jeez.
As far as I'm concerned, we have a Marine in this city, and we will do what it takes to recover him. The NCO's in my shop. We did the mapping, named the streets after their favorite titty bars. The Navy is launching some precision-guided whoop-ass. At O'Don Hunter, my tanks are moving in, followed by my infantry. You can be as loose with the ROE as you like. This whole city is declared hostile.
They're going in hard.
Pound cake. Right off the ground. See any jalapeno and cheese?
Jalapeno?
For all intent and purpose, I'm not here. Mister, the mission for us is recovering a U.S. Marine reported to be inside that town. This is no longer a Marine operation.
Wow.
General Zaid al-Hamadi. Trained with our assistance, they're moving into position after dark. Advanced units will infiltrate our shops tonight.
They're going in instead of the Marines?
We're spearheading what will be the model effort of joint American Liberated Iraq cooperation.
What the hell? That seems like a political show to show cooperation as opposed to actually taking care of the mission, because that truck full of soldiers looked like just a bunch of
Kids almost, yeah.
Alpha's got a cool mission. This sucks.
Alpha doesn't have a mission anymore, really.
This would have been the perfect shooting opportunity. Fuck it. I'm going for it.
Oh my gosh, you better be fast.
Sometimes the situation requires that you do not leave the vehicle regardless.
Oh, the adult diapers. I get it.
Oh god.
He's dead. You know that peace can only...
Can he not concentrate on his poop?
I think that was a look of relief.
Don't ask me how...
Sounds like it's getting closer, right?
Yeah, it does. That was fast.
They probably don't get a lot of time.
Daddy's back. I know, man. I am seriously impressed. It's our Achilles anus.
Ooh. The reporter doesn't seem so, like, skittish anymore.
No.
Cobras can't find those mortars, so we're gonna clear a couple of hamlets up the road.
Let's go to Lawrence!
It's gotta be so, like, traumatic.
This brings me back to my days as a repo man in LA, dog, you know what I'm saying? Women are always the fiercest.
Right clear.
Why was this locked?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Someone in this town is guilty for sure. Oh, so it's just a bunch of weed?
We're not here to fuck with their livelihoods.
Ray's definitely taking some.
Leave it.
It's the most...
It's like a little kid.
Right? It's like never been more pissed. Man, they got out quick. Oh.
Ray, get out of the vehicle!
What's he doing up there?
Trombley?
It's a Russian anti-aircraft gun.
Psycho motherfucker! Get the fuck down!
This guy's so psycho.
Let's see where the fire's coming from.
Scarface
Oh, that got it. That was fast air support.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what it feels like to get shot.
Jesus.
I think that's concerning.
Not bad for an asshole.
There's a lot of things wrong in his head for sure. This is the unit you're sending in?
Yo, John, back off. It's a fucking charm dump.
Whoa. Don't want those.
Those Hajis on our side? Where they fucking go to?
So your freedom fighters ran, huh?
What the hell just happened here?
We lost 24 hours.
General Washington made off of my Oakleys.
So they just had to wait for them to kind of go in and get fucked up and then go with the original plan?
General revelry and what passes for Iraqi house music.
Republican Guard abandoning their positions.
Prepare your men to move into the town and find that Marine.
Okay. Oh, it's just utter chaos now.
We're not cleared hot.
These are the bad guys, right?
Ooh, I thought he was just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
New orders. We're moving out and relinking with the battalion.
All of this just feels like unaccomplished.
What about the missing Marine?
Wasn't that the whole point?
Our objective is the MSR on the north side. Our platoon is tasked with holding it.
All hitman 2 Victors. Raptor is taking
Just feels like another ambush.
areas. Watch the rooftops.
I mean, there's definitely people here watching, but I don't know if any enemy soldiers. Glad Captain America didn't do something stupid. God, just spit on himself.
I feel like it must be hard to keep those on.
The night vision?
Yeah, because like you can't see like side to side.
Yeah.
Fire warnings.
Oh, the
really
warning.
spooked them.
Yeah, the warning shots worked.
Oh.
Nope, they got more.
That was a big truck.
I don't know if this one's gonna stop.
Uh-oh.
Light it the fuck up!
Ooh. Oh, this thing's armored. They're pouring a lot into this. Alright. Man, that took a lot to bring down.
Do they understand the warning shots?
We're all alone. And there's 70 of us, Brad.
I mean, the first car definitely understood the warning shots. The second one seemed
They were
set.
coming, yeah.
We need the translator up to Charlie's position.
Like on edge.
Yeah, right? Man. No.
Ask him why he didn't stop at our warning shots.
He said he's sorry. He's sorry. We just fucking killed his daughter.
Arabs don't grieve the way you do.
What?
It's different for him.
Are they like so desperate to leave?
Right. That's what I'm thinking. I do feel like it really was just a bunch of people who were trying to flee the city, not necessarily any ill intent or anything.
What happened there?
Nate, you wouldn't believe it, man. Y'all find the missing Marine?
No. I feel like they didn't even really look.
That was very odd.
This whole episode has been odd. Alright, that was episode 4 of Generation Kill. What'd you think?
There's just a lot that happened, I feel like, in this episode.
I feel like last episode was frustrating. This episode just kind of felt like weird. I can't really think of a better word to describe it other than just like stuff felt off.
Yeah, I think in the beginning we started with a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Like you kind of said during the episode, people were getting things off their chest, whether being prompted to or not. And I think it wasn't helping though.
I don't know if it really helped too much. I mean, yeah, some people got stuff off their chest. Some people took responsibility. You know, Godfather took responsibility. Captain America took responsibility and buried those AKs.
Yeah.
Encino Man, you know, took some responsibility, but then tried to throw it on the enemy kind of as like a inspirational speech that didn't really land.
No.
So it was just weird. It's like you think, okay, this seems like a good idea. Get everything off your chest, take accountability, move forward. But I don't know if it did anything really.
Yeah, I don't know. So that was weird to start.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it just got more weird. There was a lot of things happening that I feel like even like the higher ups were like, what?
Right.
You know, we had this group of, they looked like kids.
They were a total like militia force of people that were
Yeah.
just kind of like seemingly handed random uniforms and weapons.
Yes, and then they ended up going in just to be killed.
I think they got killed, and then I think whoever was left just fled. Whatever it was, it seemed like an utter failure, and it put a huge time difference between Alpha, I believe, the Marines there to retrieve the lost Marine, to the point where they didn't even really do their mission.
Right, yeah. I mean, they were just like pretty much in and out. They parked, and then it was essentially like, we need to go.
Yeah, it didn't seem like they were in there for very long.
No. Then we move on. We needed to hold the roads. They were blocking the roads. And that was like also very odd. The fact that there was only one car out of basically 3 that we saw that
Turned
fled
around
due to the warning shots. And that was extremely sad.
to see the car with the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was very sad. Just common sense, you would think, oh, like, here's some warning shots, don't keep going forward. But we don't know the situation that those people are running from.
Yeah, it
So
didn't seem quite out of desperation, but also by the time that we saw her father, it was like he was almost in shock.
yeah, but then also explain that they don't grieve the same way,
Right.
which I find that, I mean, everyone, that's not like,
I feel like it's human nature to be upset regardless of the way that you...
wherever you are in the world,
Yeah.
no matter what the situation, I feel like that's just a normal human reaction of like sadness. But I think
he
it was
definitely seemed sad. It's obviously not how we would react.
right, but just like the fact that they were like apologetic about, oh, sorry, we didn't stop. Like, what do you mean? Like, your daughter is dead.
Yeah.
Like, that was a very, again, weird situation. I mean,
Yeah.
going all the way back to the beginning of the episode, it started with bombing dirt. The fact that they weren't able to tell the difference between a town, and if they would have gotten the distances correct, they might have just leveled that whole town.
Right, which is terrifying.
Which is terrifying. And like
Yeah.
the fact that they did consider it a win, because they're like, well, we didn't kill any civilians, so that's a win today.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it was a win, but also like, how many resources did you just waste on dirt?
And like, are you really chalking up your wins to, we didn't kill civilians today? Like, it was just a very weird episode. And we had the first car turn around, the second car, like, you're put in the situation, especially like as a viewer, we know that there's only 70 of them and they're completely surrounded by enemies, so they have to change the rules of engagement to kind of keep themselves more protected. At least that's their thinking.
Right.
And that second truck, it felt like an intentional enemy activity, because it just seemed like it was barreling down the road.
Yes.
And then we didn't really get any more from that. It looks like they went up to the truck and they saw the aftermath, but it looked like it was just a bunch of corpses that they didn't seem armed. They weren't in like uniforms or anything.
And they didn't say if there was anything in the truck.
I feel like if there was something like bad in the truck, or I was honestly expecting the truck to like blow up, like they had put like an explosive in it or something, and they were going to try to ram it into all of them. Even at night, it kind of felt like it was like an armored, like they threw armor on it. When we saw it in the daylight, it just looked like a normal truck. So this episode did an amazing job of really messing with your feelings and your emotions, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, they need to stop this truck, like it's really coming at them. And then in the daylight, and then especially after seeing the daughter, the girl situation, it's like, these were just probably civilians.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of messing with your emotions, going back to that town that they thankfully missed.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. Like, I would have sworn to you that those lights were moving.
Oh, yeah.
So it really did like mess with the viewer. And I feel like it did so in kind of the same way that it felt like these guys were just like kind of all out of sorts.
Yeah.
After kind of everything that was going on with all the tension, everything, I think it was cool how they did that. They made the viewer kind of feel probably how they were feeling with just things being a little bit of a mess. I think that was just done very intentionally, and I think it was well done.
I mean, the episode kind of ends on, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy from This Is Us, who I believe killed one or if not multiple of the men in that truck. And he kind of just had like a different look on his face. I feel like this whole episode was just kind of like a, what the fuck are we even doing?
Yeah, and then we also had Trombley.
Psychotic.
Yeah, like, I mean, he did a great job in finding where that shooting was coming from, but completely putting himself in danger, no regard for his own life.
Which I feel like puts other people possibly in danger, because if they have to go either retrieve your body or, you know, give you covering fire, whatever, like that was not a called for situation, but then also it was responded with like a new layer of respect that he had lost at the beginning of this episode.
Yes.
So it's just like
it was very odd. And I feel like after what he said when he was, you know, like, I kind of wish that I would find out what it feels like to be shot or whatever that was, it was like, okay, like,
I feel like there was a part last episode where they were talking about how Trombley is psychotic, like a psycho. And I think Ray's response was like, yeah, but at least he's our psycho.
Yeah.
I don't know. This whole episode was just very strange. I had a feeling that after last episode, you know, there was so much frustration, and this episode kind of started with seemingly trying to get things back on track. And I kind of had a feeling that that there would be some sort of successful mission or something going on, but it just did the entire opposite. It felt like the rest of this episode just kind of like worsened the energy of everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like these guys, all of them, are in like a slump.
Yeah, there's like a funk going on right now, because even Alpha, who, you know, clearly when they passed by, I believe, Bravo, they were like, oh, did you find the Marine? And, you know, no one even responded. They didn't even have a conversation. It's just like, no, like...
Yeah, because it wasn't like they failed. It wasn't a failed mission. It was almost like a nothing.
They were just sitting outside the city. And even when they were going on that mission, Bravo was like, oh man, like I wish we could be them. Like, we want to go do that. And then like, no one ended up doing, like, what did we really accomplish here? The Marine wasn't found. They didn't seem to accomplish anything except for losing a bunch of militia at the city. And then who did they really stop, or what did they even protect with this blockade of the road, other than kill a little girl and most likely a couple of other civilians and then move on.
Right.
So it was just a very, very strange episode. As a viewer, like, look at it as like a story device or something. You almost feel like there's going to be some sort of positive, but I feel like this show does such an amazing job at showing the reality, where it's just like sometimes you don't really accomplish anything.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Left me feeling weird.
It left me feeling in a funk.
Yeah.
Just like they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's absolutely intentional and incredible that they were able to do that with this episode.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of how things turn, because I feel like it needs to get a little bit better for them.
Right, like something positive needs to happen for them, some sort of win or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the morale needs to change. It's not like it's necessarily bad, it just feels off, just exactly the same way that Brad did in the beginning of this episode, where he was just kind of like hiding underneath his Humvee.
Yeah.
Definitely excited to kind of see where this goes from here. If you'd like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links will be in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.